Hi y'all, Austin here with Outer World Media. Welcome back to another weekly update. A little bit of progress this week, guys, as far as it goes. As far as reading goes, I should say. Hope y'all had a good week and whatnot. I hope y'all got quite a bit of reading done. I know I feel like I did, but let's get into it. We're going to start off with The Forgetting Moon by Brian Lee Durfee. We're super excited to start this. I am about 160 some pages into it, which to show y'all, it's like 20 or 21% way in the book. A small little dent, if anything. So I think that this book is definitely going to take me a little bit of time. I started this Friday. Um, I will say, I haven't done a whole lot of fantasy reading, as y'all know. I've read The Lord of the Rings and whatnot. And I read the first book in the Game of Thrones series or whatever that is. But I will say I can definitely see a mishmash of classic fantasy and grimdark in this. It starts off with your typical orphan and whatnot, trope, but Brian's definitely throwing some grimdark in there. There's quite a few choice of words in here, I should say. I mean, I'm 160 some pages into it, and without trying to spoil anything, somebody or something has been thrown into a roaring fire, bonfire, while still alive. So, definitely had some secrets come up. Again, I want to show y'all again. This is a huge, dense book. Super looking forward to getting further into this book. Like I said, I'm not. If I can finish this book this month, I will be happy. If not, it's such a huge book that I'm okay finishing it whenever I do. I'm just enjoying my ride along the way throughout this. I feel like we've met the main cast of characters from what I can tell from the back of the book. But very, very much enjoying that. Brian definitely does write a very compelling story and whatnot. I mean, there was a sword fight in there in like the first chapter that I absolutely loved. Next, what else did I read? That's not the only thing that I read, guys. I did start Louis L'Amour's Fair Blows the Wind, and I did finish it today. Keep an eye out for my in-depth review on this book. Let's just say I do compare this book to another thicker Louis L'Amour book, and I do prefer this one over the one that I compare it to. Definitely some pirates in here as well as some other stuff. Like I said, that video should be dropping tomorrow at 8 o'clock, so keep an eye out for that. But again, definitely enjoyed that. Get my Louis L'Amour fix in for the month. Now, I came to the hard decision. I have 7 books in my pile that I wanted to read this month and try to get through at least 5 of them. I had a couple, and I'm still on the fence about which one I'm going to start next. And I think if I can possibly do it, I'm going to try and, get to both of these this week. I'm not sure if I will be able to or not, but I'm going to try to start Craig Johnson's The Western Star. I did read the back of this one. This is book 13 in the Longmire series. This one does seem to be kind of a flashback for Walt and Lucien, being Lucien, I should say, going on like a trip or something to like a cop something. I don't even remember what it is, like a cop convention or something. I don't know. I just know that anytime Walt and Lucien are around, that always makes for a great comedic aspect. So I'm very much looking forward to getting into this. I mean, this one's a little under 300 pages. These are never that thick of books, but this one I feel like feels a little thinner than usual. Next, if I can get to it this week, guys, again, I'm going back and forth. I think I'm just going to probably get a little bit into each book and then figure out which one I want to focus on, just because, I'm trying to, read The Forgetting Moon at the same time. But The Bourne Identity by Robert Ludlum. I really want to get into this. I know I told a subscriber that I was going to try and start this book and get into this book and read it this month. So I'm going to do what I can and do my best to try to get into that. Again, when you have a thick book like Brian's book, as well as, competing against Longmire, that's a little that's a little steep there to try and fit this in, but you know what? I'm definitely going to do my best. I may put, Brian's book just on the back burner, read a little bit here or there. I don't know. Again, I just feel the need to really want to read these. And then something I want to start on the channel. I was sitting here kind of kicking the can around yesterday, trying to figure out, everybody seems to have their own little thing that they do. And I was looking at my Louis L'Amour collection, trying to figure out which book I'm going to read next month by him. And I noticed that I had quite a few short story collections, and I've never really been that big a fan of short stories to begin with. So I figured, you know what? Let's do one. Since they're short stories, I don't feel like I can do an in-depth review like I normally would on, like, The Bourne Identity or like Fair Blows the Wind. Because they're short stories, I figured, you know what? Why don't I pick up one like Beaudry here, read a short story a day, and then give y'all just like a YouTube short 60-second review of it. I feel like I can do that. I feel like that should be enough time to do that, just because some of these, 20 some pages, maybe 30 pages long. So I feel like I can do that in 60 seconds, and that'll be kind of my little thing and a way to help me try to get through my Louis L'Amour books. So again, guys, I have a huge, as to be expected, huge stack of books I want to try and get into this week, I should say, and knock these out. I will say I am going out of town or out of state this weekend with my wife. We're leaving Friday afternoon, and we'll be back sometime Sunday evening. So I can't imagine I'm going to take Brian's book with me. I have it on my Kindle though, so we'll see how that goes. But again, guys, this is what I'm up against this week, trying to get through. Sorry if you can hear that background, that's my dog. Try to get through as much of this as I possibly can. But again, guys, I do appreciate every single one of y'all that stops by. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know down in the comments if there's something y'all want me to read or review or focus on. Be more than happy to accommodate as much as I can. But as always, guys, I do appreciate you guys stopping by. Thank you.